PUBG just might be the best battle royale out there currently. A couple of months ago, I tried to play some games of Player Battlegrounds Unknown, otherwise known as PUBG, and it was horrible. The game felt very clunky, not fun at all. I didn't know where I died from or anything like that, and it just wasn't enjoyable. But give that all the way to current day, and I tried to play one game of PUBG just to see if the state of the game improved, because I heard some things, and I've been stuck on the game for about 3 days and am still playing it. There's a lot of good reasons for this. The last couple updates for PUBG have simply been, to put in the simplest of terms, amazing. The game is significantly smoother than it used to be. They have death cams now for the game as well, and the hacker problem is virtually non-existent. If you put a report in the system, there's reports of people getting hackers banned within 20 minutes, same day, things like that. So there's an actual team reviewing the reports that you put in real time as well, which is simply what every game should have when you're making literally millions and millions and millions of dollars off of the skins of a game, and the maintenance on it's very low. You should have a live team reviewing all of your reports to keep your game alive, specifically pointing at Warzone. Absolute trash game, trash company. But PUBG, there might just be hope. And really the whole point behind this video is I was simply impressed by the game. I'm impressed so much by the game that I'm going through all my footage and making a full video on it for you guys, because I want you guys to take part in this experience. So make sure to stay for the full video if you did enjoy PUBG at one point, and if you've never enjoyed PUBG before, it is simply a different battle royale experience from every other game. It is a much more arcadey feeling. You'll see from some gameplay in the back, and you can play the game fast or slow or however you truly want to play it. See, when it comes to playing Warzone, it's a very fast-paced game. Your life doesn't matter that much because you could be bought back. But in PUBG, you only have one life. If you die, you are spectating your team for the rest of the game. So the ante is raised higher. In this game, which you might think that might lead people to play a little more ratty, but in fact, people play 10 times more ratty in Warzone, a game where you can get bought back, than PUBG, where you have one life. I don't know what it is about the community, but there is almost zero ratting in this game. The only ratting you're gonna see is from a guy who's playing solo versus quads or running away from you. Rats are very occasional in this game. It's more about gunplay, and that's the reason people love this game. There will be multiple topics for this video, but the first one is cheaters. Right now, with Warzone and new games coming out, even Battlefield has cheats for it released before it even drops to the public. There's already mods made for that game. It's very profitable for companies to rent out cheats and things to different people right now, and it's a big problem in gaming, especially in battle royales. Battle royales should have anti-cheats, live teams reviewing them, no exceptions. In a game where you have one life, nothing can ruin it like a cheater. But luckily, PUBG has our backs on this one. PUBG does have a live team reviewing the reports that come in. If you look on the Reddit for PUBG, you see hackers getting banned within 20 minutes. They let you know when people you reported get banned and things like that. And it's also a paid game. So people who hack in this game and get their account suspended, they have to spend another $40 to buy the game again, which leads to a lot less hackers. Free-to-play games inherently just have more hackers, unfortunately. But in the 3 days that I've been playing PUBG and playing a good amount of time each day, who knows, probably 8-10 hours a day on PUBG, I have ran into legitimately probably one hacker, and we reported him and he did get banned. So this game, not a hacker problem anymore like it used to have, and Warzone is rampant with hackers. You're gonna get one in like every 3 lobbies that you play. So if you're looking to run away from hackers, PUBG is an excellent option. The second thing I want to talk about is the community around this game. Everybody who still plays this game is either a veteran at this game or visiting this game for nostalgia. The new updates and revamps and how they're taking care of the game now, I don't know if it hasn't hit the public or if people still think it's a trash game or what, but the game is no longer trash. The game has significantly improved, and everybody who's playing it now knows it. So everybody on this game wants to keep this game alive. So there's no toxicity. There's probably a clip playing in the background. In the warm-up lobby, people are like playing soccer together. Every team I have had has not been toxic in these last couple of days, with the exception of like one guy who stole some loot. With the exception of one guy who stole some loot on some games. It's inevitable, but everybody else has been super nice, super sweet, and super helpful. So if you're looking to get into a new game, go into random quads and not run into people who go and do stuff on their own and don't talk to you, PUBG is an excellent game for that. You need teamwork in this game. Virtually every quad you get into is gonna have a mic. Sometimes on off hours you run into people in other countries and they're just playing on our servers because our servers are better. But the community for this game currently is not toxic and very enjoyable to play with. This game is not fun solo. To be honest, this game is not a fun soloing game like Warzone is. It's much more fun with friends. But the good news is that the random match generation will put you in with some pretty chill people, and you'll make some new friends for sure on this game. And the last thing, the number one reason why people loved Warzone and still love Warzone is simply because of the gunplay in this game. The gunplay is the same and it's smoother than ever. And the graphics are also on point now, a little more refined than they used to be. On my gameplays, everything's on low settings, the lowest settings possible. That's simply just how I like to play. I like to see people from a mile away. You can put your game on ultra settings and have it looking awesome, but like the grass and all that will block player models. But the game is smoother than ever. Here's some gunplay in the background, just some random clips that I got. They're going to be playing, and some funny things within PUBG. I'm gonna leave you guys with this last note before I just let raw gameplay play. Try PUBG. If you need people to play with, message me. I'm down to play with you. Drop a comment in the YouTube section. I got you. This game is incredibly fun, and if you've played it already, it deserves a second chance. You already own it. Take the 5 seconds to download it. Run one game of random quads, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed.